Merrill is 1 for 6, and all 6 attempts have been from behind the arc. Flynn three-ball is pure.
Now that's not good defense.
Oh, steal by Flynn. Racing up ahead with Fagan. Flynn will take it himself for 2.
I mean, that was a mistake by Cato. He puts the ball on the floor with the player of the defense. Yeah, and that's a foul. He held him off. That's a foul.
Flynn splits the D, and Cato that time backed off because he's out there with the 3 fouls.
Absolutely, Andrew.
It's a 14-5 run. Flynn for 3. He gets it to go.
Maybe out in this situation, I'm a little surprised.
Aztecs have only scored 20 points after halftime. 22 now, thanks to number 22, Malachi Flynn.
Boy, this guy
NCAA tournament.
Might not be the end of the world being a 2 in the West, but we'll talk about that another time.
Malachi Flynn trying to get going. Connects!
They didn't guard that screen and
particular players. R.J. Williams, 1 3-point attempt on the season.
San Diego State hasn't attempted a 2. Oh, Flynn beats the shot clock. They are 4 of 6. Fagan. Flynn, transition 3. Yes. Bite out of this lead. Ray J. Dennis, the freshman, trying to guard Flynn. That is not going to happen.
They told us before the game, did Leon Wright.
Minute and a half left, first half. A game of runs. Big lead by Boise State. Malachi Flynn.
Can't go under pick and roll. Jessup
is 6'7". Flynn off a screen. Jumper on the way. Got it. First lead. Wyoming game up there. And of course that incredible comeback against Utah State. Down 18, under 4. Flynn.
The patience that he plays with. San Diego State dodged the bullet there.
The Aztecs have hoisted up 30 threes. Flynn, that's gorgeous.
He was so good at all field and like 20% from 3. And he is really, his numbers are way up since the beginning of January. He's been terrific.
Double figures in 5 of his last 8 as Flynn cashes in from the outside. Scotty had it taken away. There comes Flynn. One-on-one with Tomes. Flynn for 2.
That was great help by Jordan Shackle there.
Wetzel with 14 points to pace the Aztecs. The only San Diego State player in double figures. Flynn for 3. Dave Pilipovich needs that timeout. Flynn dribbling through traffic, puts up the shot, won't go, gets his own miss, puts it back up and in. Big rebound off the miss by Malachi Flynn.
Well, they got to get back.
Malachi Flynn. Wetzel gives him a couple of screens, and Flynn knocks down.
That was great action. Man, was that nice. That was physical as a guard if you're going in the lane.
Malachi Flynn steps back into an open look and got it.
I just watched Corey Alford, Steve Alford's son.
At Brewster Academy, very strong program in the Northeast. Flynn finds his way through. He is so nifty with his vision.
All you do if you're Steve Alford's driving.
Vanderbilt, that didn't win a game in the SEC, and they all were like, look, we'll be good teammates if we can win somewhere, and that's what they've done in a major way as Flynn scores again.
Yeah, Flynn beat the ball screen away. You say that because I'm watching college basketball all day last Sunday, and all I'm watching is Knicks. You know what I mean?
Oh, Flynn, 2 and a foul, a drive-by.
Nobody there from the 5 position.
6th man of the year in the conference last year. Instant offense with at least 3 threes 9 times, and Flynn from forever away. Malachi Flynn measuring. Flynn cuts through. Come on.
He beats his man.
Now Flynn circling through. Got 2 again.
It's not the guards are doing a terrible job of keeping. Watch how far he comes.
That's Hakeem Warwick, isn't it?
Right.
Malachi Flynn knocks in another.
Hey, that's just a good player.
At home. Follow-up questions later on that night. Flynn, yes, and a foul.
Same thing.
He finds a lane where there isn't one.
Yeah.
Flynn got it for three.
Tells everybody. I should have called it.
Crowd booing and screaming. Flynn, yes!
Wow. How good is he? And he tells everybody be quiet. That's a shot.
Flynn and Johnson. 10 seconds. Flynn slicing and scoring.
All right. They moved the ball screen way out, which gave Flynn.
Teams are just taking tough shots right now or not finishing around the basket. What team can get a clean look?
Can Flynn finally hit a shot? Yes! It's his first of the night. What a career.
He'll have more opportunities to score inside because San Diego State's small.
Flynn, long three over Moore. Thought he was fouled as he buries this from basically anywhere over half court. He's got tremendous range for the Aztecs. One half pass, Flynn. Thinking three, draining three from the right wing.
And that's
Rebound, but does grab the defensive glass.
it's the difference with San Diego State and a lot of other teams around the country. Other teams will try to call it timeout, but not San Diego State. This is because Coach Brown.
Look at that basket. That's what they do at shoot-around. It just didn't go for Tyrese Martin.
So here's the latest. Richmond has a big one with St.
Offensively and defensively.
Flynn trying to take Antonio off the dribble, knocks it in, and you said he's got to take over.
It does. That's a mismatch. Old State team, beaten by 24 points in Las Vegas.
Flynn overplaying, gets the steal. Maybe that's the spark.
Two quick turnovers early in the second half for the running Rebels.
A great three-point shooter, can hit him, but has not been consistent at all this season.
Exactly. Last game he had made a couple, but that's the man. They can bring him back. He's got a rebound, not just two.
Mbake Jong, 3 of his 6 boards have been on the offensive end. Flynn finally gets a 3 to go. 24 for the Aztecs.
25%, so don't need a 3 now unless you're wide open.
Flynn steps back, tough 3. Hits it!
Attack the basket now. 2 passes, put your head down, go to the rim.
Flynn instead taking a 3 and drills it! Timeout, San Diego State!
Coach Dutch knew that he was a great scorer coming from Washington State, but didn't realize he could facilitate so well.
Flynn, long range shot. There's a 3 and the first points of the afternoon. Tops of the Mountain West and just about every major team stat you'd want. A key reason they're 25-0, and another reason is this guy, Malachi Flynn. George, help, Mitchell, steal, outlet, Flynn for 2.
San Diego State's putting up a lot of numbers when you don't know how. When we talked to him, he had a chance. In the first 2 years, he really redshirted 2 years. He played no minutes the first year, 27 the second. And so, as you see, beautiful.
Flynn. Mitchell in the corner. Aztecs the half-court set. Here's Flynn, lets loose from 3. You better believe it. His second triple and open. 7 turnovers and 3 in about 2 minutes of play.
Only 4 the whole first half.
Malachi Flynn with the right this time. Soars and scores, give him 14.
No defense and get a stop here and then run good offense the other end. You got a lot of time. Only down 10.
Flynn, perfect from 3.
Can't let that happen. You have to make sure you know where he is. George, get the ball to George. George has been a pretty good passer.
Flynn, overplay, steal, and the layup.
That time, George thought Hobbs was going one way. You took the shot. They got hit in the face. It was an 8-point lead with 4.5, and you responded. Were able to raise the lead. Now, up over.
Beating Keith McGee with that brilliant team.
This man with a completely different.
This is dangerous time for Air Force. They added back to a 1-point deficit. Flynn on the pull-up, knocks that in. That's a 12-point lead. It's the largest in the game. Well, AJ talked about playing at altitude for the road team. And it looked like it was the home team that just broke down.
They just broke down their pick and roll coverage.
In the look. Here comes Flynn on the run. Shackles back on the floor with 15 points, 3 fouls, but nobody stopped ball, and Flynn takes it right to the hole.
And in those situations,
clock is moving, crowd is happy. 8-point game. Flynn steps back out of the timeout and drills a 3.
And Flynn said, hey.
Flynn from the logo drills the 3 from the Mountain West Conference.
Dramatic. He is in the building, but he has not yet taken his seat courtside. So he's letting these Aztecs have their moment in the sun. What it do, baby? On Mitchell. Poked away. Flynn gets a steal, taking it away from Cada. And now Malachi Flynn. Oh! More magic for Malachi. Flynn comes away with it. Got to get hit on that one. Flynn attacking, probing, and heading a top 2 in transition. It's his world. First missed 3 by the Aggies. Flynn gets right past Frito and 1. Malachi Flynn. A team thinks the slower their feet get. They start getting a little hesitant. I like it. See what happens this possession. Flynn fires again and hits this time. Fearless Malachi Flynn.
You're talking about 2 very well-coached teams.
Screen for Flynn, pull-up jumper. Oh, and that's a nice way to get your first bucket.
San Diego State's 0 for 2 in the last possessions against the zone, but now can they rebound?
Flynn nails it.
It's hard to rebound that, Rich.
Flynn looks at the shot clock, backs out, goes to work, splits the double and scores.
It'll look like Tim Hardaway. For our viewers who remember the great Golden State ball here.
Nolan Narain is in. Fagan rotates it. Flynn gets in and scores and gets a free throw. He is just...
7 to shoot. Flynn hits the deck, keeps it alive. Shackle, and now Flynn wants it back. 3 to shoot. Flynn lets it fly from the U, and UNLV with a shot clock winding down. Timeout of the next dead ball. Flynn in tight all the way to the rim. Nobody stopped Malachi Flynn.
Yeah, getting to the rim. It's poor help defense. San Diego State a little bit of trouble. Trying to match up in a little bit.
Flynn, another deep 3. And it spins in. Aztecs regain the magic in the lift. The 3-point shooting script in the second half. Flynn attacks. Jong backs off, and Flynn gets the layup. We're even again at 45. Back. 6 to shoot here. Flynn on Coleman. Off the screen from Wetzel. 2 to shoot. Flynn. Floater and 1. Count the bucket. Chance at a 3-point play for the Aztec. Hamilton on Flynn. Poked away. Malachi got a hand on it and gets it back. Flynn. Run out and 1.
They don't have the firepower, they don't have the talent, the size, the athleticism of the Aztecs.
What a look from Wetzel to Flynn. From the big man from New Zealand. Hey. Foster taken away, and here's defense to offense again for Flynn. 8-0, Aztec run.
I'd call a timeout unless you have a wide open 3 for the Aztecs.
Flynn straight away. Flynn from the elbow. Malachi Flynn. Nothing is slowing down Malachi. Wetzel on the post, guarded by Thompson. Wetzel, what a look for Flynn. So that's Yanni Wetzel finding a cutting mouth.
This needs a little more help.
Maldonado with Pulliam on the catch in the corner. And now Flynn off the screen from Wetzel. Gets him free on the side screen. Yanni Wetzel clears him out.
Score. He really did a great job shutting him down. Got frustrated.
6 points on 3 for 6 shooting. Wow. Flynn, nice move and a spin. Boy, Flynn. I mean, eyes up from Flynn. Finds KJ Fagan in the front court.
Little 2-3 zone here now by the Wolfpack.
It is Flynn with 3 over the zone.
41% is his strength. He can knock it down, but that's not his strength. At 34% from 3, which is solid, but he's better at the mid-range.
Flynn pull up from the elbow. Rattles it home. Gunny for San Diego State and a miss for Jalen Harris. So the show getting behind Malachi Flynn and San Diego State. Aztec. Mitchell takes it down the baseline. Mitchell aggressive with the rim and lost on the way up. Wetzel there to bail him out. Kick out. 3. Flynn. And it may be an early dagger from Malachi.
Well, both of those guys are back in uniform for the Bulldogs tonight.
And that game was one of the better scoring games for an opponent at San Diego State. They played them really well down inside.
Malachi Flynn. Wetzel, the grad transfer from Vanderbilt by way of New Zealand, manning the low post with 5 on the shot clock is Malachi Flynn. The second time already he gets inside.
And that's what he does. He is a pure scorer. He can hit
for 5 from 3. Fresno State 1 for 2. Campbell nearly had the steal. 5 on the shot clock as Flynn has it in the corner. Malachi Flynn gets the first 3-pointer of the game for San Diego State to play against San Diego State. The freshman had 23 points at Viejas Center in their last meeting 2 weeks ago. Malachi Flynn along 2.
We're in high altitude. Wyoming, Utah State, hard to breathe up there. Got to be in great shape to play. They're really concerned about this game.
Malachi Flynn trying to ease that
streak as of late. They picked it back up in their previous game. I think it was against Nevada, but they're trying to work in the great player, Nimi Keita.
Great backdoor cut as Fagan finds Malachi Flynn. On the bench during the next whistle. Oh, Flynn picked the pocket of Robinson. Malachi finishes with the left.
This is what makes San Diego State so great.
Ball was out of bounds before it touched the Aztec player.
This is a Boise State team that will mix man and some zone from time to time. Here's Flynn from the outside, and he drills the 3 from the left wing. He had the game-winning 3 against San Jose.
Eventually kick it out. Good defensive play. Here's that double stack that they love so well. They'll dive somebody or drive.
Flynn on the move. Tough off the dribble. That's the front runner for the Mountain West Player of the Year, the Wooden and Loot.
For Boise State, they're one shot and done.
And that first shot defense has been fantastic all year. Here's Flynn. Got it 3 from the corner.
And Dixon did a great job of getting him off the line. For Boise State so far.
Scoring drought of over 3 minutes now for the Broncos. Here's Flynn for 3. And the outside shooting continues to be red hot.
And Boise State's done that. They've made him rush shots. This guy won't rush.
A crossover there from Flynn, and the floater good.
You could just 13. See him. You could just see him measuring him.
7 from out there, 2 for 11 from the field. Fagan behind the back, or Flynn behind the back. What a move, and it holds it in.
I could be a Sports Center top 10 right there. I like.
And it's stripped. They go to the floor. He's down and hopefully okay. On the other end, Flynn the bucket, but down on the other side, Alston.
Guys involved, and all he wants to do is win, and they're doing that.
And there's a steal by Flynn right to the hoop with the easy layup. Malachi Flynn getting it done on the defensive end, going to offense.
You love a guy that can.
It's the basketball, extremely talented. He's got it, doesn't take the open 3, instead settles for the floater, and when you're good, you're good, right?
That's called the shooter's touch, baby, the shooter's.
Straight Pulliam out there. Flynn working, what a move by Malachi Flynn, straight to the hoop. 6 points for Malachi Flynn.
Breaking ankles right down Broadway.
really good defense by Utah State this possession.
Shot clock's down. Got to get it up. Here comes Flynn. Did he beat him? Yes, he did, and he hits the three. They may look at this, though.
You know,
late shot clock for San Diego State. Flynn splits the screen. Down the lane with the left hand.
That's big time. This guy has a quick...
9 points, 10 rebounds as well on the bench now. Flynn driving, rising, scoring. Malachi Flynn.
I'll tell you, this guy is so under. Just there.
Fagan. This is Flynn rising and burying a three.
They love that dribble handoff.
Flynn gets the screen, rises up, and drops it in.
I mean, that was over Cada. That was one heck.
You're not getting fired if you don't win today or if you make a mistake. I wouldn't mind seeing how the freshman reacts to playing with two. And that's Malachi Flynn. That's what he got from Fagan. It's Flynn with the rebound. Flynn takes the ball screen. Ball screen's twisted, drives in. What a bucket. And digital devices without a cable subscription. Stadium, welcome to the game. Flynn off the ball screen, zigs, zags, drives in, and scores over Orlando Robinson. Effortless. And, but, you know, guy wanted to protect the brand and did an incredible job growing it. Also Inland Empire. Flynn with the drive and the bucket. Malachi now has 12. You pay attention to.
Yeah, you can have a little bit of influence, but ultimately those 10 people in the room, they're making their own decision based on whatever metrics or whatever games they've seen.
Against Fresno State, there's still tickets available for each and every Mountain West Conference game, but you know, only a few hundred, so you better get in on the party now. And there's Flynn, the first three-ball make of the game for the Aztecs. That's 15 turnovers now for Cal Poly, leading to 16 points and maybe 2 more. Yep. Flynn attacks the basket and scores.
Split that pick and roll right there in the top.
Lead is back up to 14. Flynn banks it in. Flynn, a deep three. Not as deep as the buzzer beater against six.
Left the game briefly, and it gave an opportunity to Lahu Chun to make a couple big free throws, but right now it's all Aztecs.
Flynn just isolates.
He takes the most threes on this team along with Jones. Well, Flynn just happy to trigger that, and he knocks it down. Why not? It's Flynn that breaks out. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that was nice.
And now Allen guarding on Flynn, closing out, and it doesn't matter.
Another good read.
Notable alumni for the teams we know. Let's dig in on some of the Pac-12 teams, you know?
Yeah, not so obvious notable alumni for our conference teams. I like that idea. We have to replace it with something because there's no way we can have
in the community. So the Aztecs allowed the first points. They've scored the last 9. And the average margin of victory against the Hawks over the years by the Aztecs, 29 points as Flynn drills his first 3 of the night. Rebound for Wetzel. Non-D1 games do not impact net rankings for Division I teams. Here's Flynn driving. Floater. Good for Malachi Flynn, who was pleading for a foul. Flynn's got 7. Still, the Aztecs lead by more than San Diego Christian has scored, 65-31. Flynn steps into this wing 3, and that's a swish. And Flynn's in double.
Aztecs trying to get somebody open. Here's Malachi Flynn. He's missed both his field goal opportunities. Reigning Mountain West Conference Player of the Week. And you must have heard me because right on cue he attacks the hoop and gets a bucket. Wetzel feeds the post to Mensah. Felt the pressure. Flynn, and there it is.
There it is. I asked Malachi.
to the action, 1-point game. Aztecs in front. Flynn, open jumper, knocks it down, the triple. Malachi Flynn, who's averaging 16.
Spaces all lowercase.
Flynn in traffic, floater. Oh, that's nice. Malachi Flynn.
Every time they need a bucket. That's right. John Buck says Dorian Green's a great comp. Played a ton as a freshman.
And Flynn knocks down another triple, his second triple.
There's the bar. And there's a hoop right there.
All right, so Mitchell with it, and it's Flynn, the deep three, and why not? Malachi Flynn on fire in the first half.
Look there.
Look, Flynn's got Rodney on him. He's going to blow by with the left hand. Malachi Flynn.
Okay, so if your question is you're watching help as they're trying to cut off one part of the court.
Flynn, tough shot, gets it to go. Malachi Flynn. Flynn to drive with the rise, and he connects. And he could score from anywhere on the floor.
Goals. That's a lot of goals. Oh, Malachi Flynn. Wow.
And then, of course, Yanni Wetzel, number 5 in black, who only played 12 minutes because of foul trouble. You want to get him going, and Malachi Flynn's first basket of.
And defensively, you got to make the ball handler use the screen because your teammates expect it to be there. That's where your help is.
Flynn coming alive in the second half for the Aztecs.
Coach team, can you execute on those situational plays underneath out of bounds? They work on it every day in Iowa City.
Now Flynn. Frederick never closed. Flynn saw the opening and took it.
Coaching tenure there.
The Buckeyes have won the last 7 in that rivalry. Tough stretch. Here's Flynn, the jumper. He has been awesome in the second half. 10 points.
Yeah. Whatever he can, and then he throws away. This is what I'm talking about with Toussaint. I love him, but he is going to spill some paint.
Flynn, deep three. Flynn thought about it, pulled it down. Goes baseline, another floater.
5 of their last 6 have been floated. That one.
Shackle's been quiet in the second half. It's been the Malachi Flynn show. Flynn goes around the edge.
He's too fast right there. Luka Garza. I can't blame
between he and Matt Mitchell has been fun.
I'll take either one of those guys as teammates any day of the week.
Flynn. Floater again. Malachi Flynn with 24. Peyton. Sky's the limit for Tyshawn.
He played on that USA Pan American Games team. Played really well, too. As Malachi Flynn gets into the teeth of the defense. But you're great.
And Flynn will set it back up. Good help by Ballack. Flynn, another teardrop, and it hung and fell down. Wetzel, good box out. 13-point lead. There's a 3. Knocking it down. Malachi Flynn.
And when your defense is great.
Ballack is doing great work on Wetzel, trying to keep him in front. Pass out to Flynn. Inside and out.
The best basketball teams are built from the Mitchell and Zagorowski here.
5 to shoot. Cross-court pass. Flynn. Off the window.
So in our previous corner, and that's the second time that Zagorowski's ball has rattled in and around the rim, and his reaction, he's just so frustrated right now.
Flynn with a teardrop over Bishop. Been able to spin full-out line changes and production. Walker Rope with a turnover. Malachi Flynn.
Oh my.
He was trying to lob it and it went in. He's
about that?
Well, there's a great article in yesterday's San Diego Union Tribune as the Toreros turn it over about where he loves to shoot. And in transition, Malachi Flynn with the first points of the game. It's a game played for, he's another international guy, played for the under-18 Belgium national team in the offseason. A drive and count it. And a foul. Malachi Flynn and one. We were talking in the break here. You're seeing some of these combinations here for San Diego that feel a little off to you as Flynn off the screen buries the three?
Well, yeah, I'm looking at that, and
had a couple of times here that you want to see Calcaterra and Sullivan again. I've heard you say that now at least 3 times, so you're seeing something here. Flynn with a great move. Little bump there with his hip to gain some extra.
Like, when you get done playing, where is your home? And part of college basketball is you're in a basketball family. You have a place to go back to. You have a true alma mater. Right.
3 minutes gone by here in the second half, 17-point game.
Ruby Jenkins steps up and knocks one down, and Malachi Flynn comes back.
Missed free throw. We're going to get to that fan of the game in a moment. Flynn, a quick 3, and that's got to be one of those shots you're thinking, really? And then it goes in. Flynn with the left, yes. 5 quick points for Flynn, and it's a 17-point game.
Half for people who know.
Really, 12 and a half, huh?
12 and a hook, as they say.
Flynn, the rainbow triple.
A good drive and dish that time by Toulson. You take guy off the dribble, get the defense to help, and we know Connor Hardy can knock those down.
Flynn answers right back with a 3. Good pass from Trey, pulling out for the Aztecs. Flynn all the way in and off the glass. A tough move.
And wanted the foul. There was contact there. Pause. You got to go over the top of the screen. You can't go under the screen because he loves that off-the-screen jump shot.
Flynn to answer right back. And he does again. The silencer, Malachi Flynn.
Now with him to become a very confident three-point shooter.
Flynn shakes Haas just long enough.
He's feeling
down the shot.
Flynn is just feeling it right now.
Timeout, San Diego State.
10 able to get a piece of that one.
Final seconds of the half. Flynn over Barcelo and Lee, and he drops it in. He has been the story of this first half. Malachi.
Rim, beautiful make by Toulson.
Now Flynn over Barcelo. Picks up right where he left off. 14 points for Malachi Flynn. Cougars have not had